Chapel Roan took 10 years to blow up. Sabrina Carpenter took like 3 albums, and she had to be a Disney kid to become successful. Ariana Grande had to film with Dan Schneider. The Wizard Liz had an abusive childhood. Valkyrie had an abusive relationship. Maybe a couple. My fam got kicked out at like 15. Do I need to go through a terrible time to get to where they are? What do I need to sacrifice to get what I want? What do I need to be? What do I need to do? Who do I need to be? Who do I have to do? No. Lately, I've been obsessed with how successful people became successful, how, like, what their story is, what their journey was, how they blew up, where they started, how they started. I like to analyze it. I like to learn about how they got to where they are now, to see if there was like a pattern, see if there was like a code that I could crack and then I could apply it to myself. But the pattern I saw was that every single person went through the trenches. They went through it. They went through it. Every successful person, or at least like 9 out of 10 of them, have like their sob story. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, there's this guy on, I guess, YouTube, and he's like, I had to support my mom. I had to be the man of the house. So that's why I got rich. And there's this other girl. She's like, I was in an abusive relationship and I was getting evicted and I had to get rich in that moment. Or this other girl, she was like, my car was getting towed. I was going to be homeless. I was a loser. I had to get my shit together and become rich. So, what does that mean for people who want to become successful? What is this pattern that they're showing for people who want to be rich and successful? This video isn't about me complaining about getting what I want and being not rich and successful or like whatever. I mean, it is a little bit, but it's more like example, like my thought process, not just complaining, but it's more of a fascination of how I noticed everyone has their sob story, everyone has their struggle, and all the successful people seem to have to go through something traumatic or tragic to get to where they are, to get what they have now and be happy with their life. It's my fascination with finding that pattern and trying to rationalize it. Hi, I'm Val, as in Valerie. I'm a little sick today, so excuse my phlegm and stuffiness, but you probably can't even notice, to be honest. Something I've learned in the past couple years is that the universe loves balance. It needs to like even itself out. Like the same way, I guess, water, when you pour it into a container, it evens itself out, right? The top part. It's like that. Like the universe, whatever way it goes, whatever way it gives you, it'll always try to, even itself out. Like a wave. Everything that goes up must come down. And without sadness, there would be no meaning to happiness. And it kind of wouldn't exist. It's kind of like a paradox. Without happiness, there's no sadness. But without sadness, there's no happiness. It's just I don't know what it would be. I don't know. If you are to have a low, like a rock bottom low, the universe will theoretically give you a high, an amazing time, a blessing, whatever you want to call it, and vice versa. If you have the best time of your life, I'm sorry to say, but sometimes the low kind of comes and hits ya in the face. This has always confused me, though. This is something that plagues my mind often, oddly. This is something that's always been on my mind ever since the concept has been learned. Because do I have to go through something devastating to go through something like equally as blessed? Do I have to go through something devastating if something great happens to me? If I win the lottery, will I get shot? Type shit, you know? If I got shot, will I win the lottery? If I shoot myself in the foot, will I win the lottery? Should I inflict devastation onto myself to hurry up the process? Or is that self-sabotage? If I shoot myself in the foot and say, can I win the lottery? Is that self-sabotage? Like, duh. But it's like, how does it work energetically? How does it work? Why does it work? What's going on here? Why is there a pattern? You know, that kind of thing. It's going through my brain. Is that kind of mindset where you think it is the mindset where I think that I have to go through something bad to get to something good? Is that mindset self-sabotage in itself? Like, just thinking that? Am I like shooting myself in the foot? You know? You hear people's stories and they all have their struggles. Everyone has a struggle. Maybe someone died, bad childhood. Maybe you lost something. Maybe you didn't have security. Maybe someone didn't have food. Maybe there wasn't a home. Maybe you were just in perpetual struggle forever, for a long time, for years, for months. Everyone has a struggle. Everyone has their story. Everyone has their sob story. Me personally, I feel like I've been through a fair share of shit. Okay? I've been through my fair share of sob story. Maybe not fair, maybe it is, I don't know. It was shitty for me. And I'm sure you have too, okay? I'm sure. I've been through hurt, I've been through depression, I've been through anxiety, I've been through pressure, I've been through suicidal thoughts, I've been through whatever. I've lost people, dead and alive. I've lost things. Been lightly bullied, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. You know, the normal human experience. But at this point, it's like, what else do I have to give the world? What else do I have to show? What else do I have to go through? Like, how much more do I have to suffer until I'm eligible for success? Until I'm eligible for something like amazing to happen for me, you know? Like, yes, I could go through worse. There's always worse. There's always a worse story than yours or mine. There's always someone better. There's always someone worse, whatever. But I've been to a rock bottom, and I don't want to go back. I don't want to go through that again. Obviously, who does? But the thought of I have to go through something bad to get to something good. I have to go through something tragic and horrible to get to a success. Makes me think, like, was my rock bottom not enough? Because I feel like it's been a while since then. So, but it makes me feel like Was my rock bottom not enough? Were my sobs not loud enough? Or are my scars not deep enough? Like, why didn't I wake up the next day and be successful? Why wasn't I just rich the next day? Why did I go through that? Why did that happen to me? Character development? Plot development? Fuck you. Like, where's the line? Like, what does someone have to go through to get what they want? What is the level of pain someone must go through for the universe to send blessings their way? Where is it? What do we like, you know? Or maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe I'm just delusional. No one has to go through anything and I'm making shit up. Maybe some people are just luckier than others. Or does luck even exist? Do you believe in luck? I think I do. Because I would call myself lucky. In the sense of what I've been saying, I would say I believe in luck. And I would say a lucky person is someone who goes through high highs and low lows. But you just happen to notice the highs, you know? A lucky person is someone who experiences low lows and high highs because the universe needs balance. They can't just be positively lucky. They have to be like, you know, like equally as unlucky. I like to think of it as a a wavelength. You know, like my hair is giving side part sometimes, but it's middle part. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, wavelength. Did you hear my shoulder crack? Yeah. Like a wavelength, right? So one's life would be like this. It's kind of like that in astrology too. But, you know, high, low, low, little highs, little lows. High, low, 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 high. Whatever. The example I wrote down was Diddy. Why did I do that? Okay, but like Diddy, right? He had his high highs. He was famous. And now we're seeing his low lows, where he's not doing so well, you know? Because he did some shit. But that's, you know, part of life. So, successful people have high highs and low lows. Is that the pattern? Is that the code? If I'm going to be successful in the future, am I going to hit a low low? Is my life going to turn to shit? Should I expect the worst? Should you expect the worst if you want the best? I don't know. Maybe I'll finally stop thinking about it since I voiced it. Maybe I'll finally stop worrying about it and live my life. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll be a little baby back bitch about it forever and always. But anyways, are successful people doomed to suffer? Or are they too lucky? Are they too blessed? Do they have everything in the world so they don't even have to think about suffering? You know what's it called? Isn't there like I think they did a study before. They, as in like, the elusive they. They did a study before, right? Of like, what's like the amount of money you need to be happy. I think of it like that. Like, rich people get problems and they still doomed to suffer. They're still doomed to suffer just as much as the poor person. Maybe. Or maybe they're happy. No, because they're past the threshold of being happy, huh? I don't know. I don't care. Anyways, that's my thoughts on that. That was something that's haunted my mind for a while. Maybe a couple years. Maybe I'll shut up about it. But anyways, let me know if you think about this kind of stuff too. Now I got a thumbnail. I'm in like a silly, goofy mood right now.